faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from the planet Krypton, who came to Earth with amazing physical powers far beyond those of mortal men, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter from a great metropolitan newspaper, wages a never-ending battle for truth and justice. Today, as Superman searches for them, the mysterious Mr. Jones reveals ominous plans for his prisoners, the famous Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin are going to play an ace card for our cause, Ed. They're also going to put us on Easy Street for the rest of our lives.
Yeah? When?
Today, Ed. Today. Then, tonight, when we no longer need them, Batman and Robin will die.
And now, the adventures of Superman. Having someone learn that the famous Batman and Bruce Wayne were one and the same person, a man calling himself Jones persuaded Batman to go away with him under the threat of revealing his secret. 2 weeks later, an impersonator wearing Batman's costume appeared in Metropolis. The imposter looked and spoke so much like Batman that even Robin and Clark Kent, who was Superman, were fooled. And after appearing at 2 Q mass meetings where he made rabble-rousing, un-American speeches, the impersonator led Robin into an ambush and then disappeared. While Superman, who by that time knew the truth, perfected a plan to locate his missing friends, Batman and Robin were reunited far upstate in an old prison barracks dating back to Revolutionary days. There, as prisoners of the mysterious Mr. Jones, they were shackled by heavy chains around their ankles to iron staples embedded in the beams. As we join them now, they are pressing their ears against a thin crack in the wall through which they have just overheard a conversation between Jones and a man he calls Ed, Batman's impersonator. Listen.
Holy smokes, Batman. Jones said he's gonna ring down the curtain on us tonight.
Yes, I heard him, Robin.
What are we gonna do? Just wait here like mice?
Any good suggestions?
Not even a bad one. Look, what do you...
Hold it. Here comes Jones now.
Aaron here, Ed.
Yep, here they come.
Now listen, Robin. If they come close enough for us to get our hands on them.
I get it, Pappy.
Good morning, gentlemen. I hope you're quite comfortable.
Never felt better, Mr. Jones.
Oh, we're crazy about your hotel, Jonesy, especially the sleeping accommodations. Nothing like a good, hard floor to keep a fellow feeling fit, I always say.
I'm glad you haven't lost your sense of humor, Robin. Don't go any closer, Ed. These chaps might forget their manners.
Oh, come on. You needn't be shy.
Yeah, step right up and shake our hands.
Smart little punk, aren't ya?
Oh boy, come just a bit closer and repeat that, bud, please.
Stay where you are, Ed.
If you think I'm afraid of these guys.
Grab him, Batman.
Get back, Ed, you fool!
Ah, missed him.
Ah, tough luck, chum.
From here in, Ed, I suggest you forget your stupid bravado and do as you're told, or you'll regret it.
You can say that again.
Now, let's get down to business. Batman, I want you to do me a favor.
Really? This ought to be good.
Yeah, can't wait to hear it.
Well, spill it, Jones.
It's really quite simple, Batman. I just want you to tell me in which banks or vaults you have your safe deposit boxes, and I want you to give me the numbers of your boxes.
That's all, huh?
Are you kidding?
I figure you must have the bulk of your wealth in securities, bonds, and stocks, and so on, in your safety deposit boxes. Since I was never able for Ed or myself to follow you into your bank vaults, we couldn't learn just where your safety deposit boxes are, or their numbers, and Ed must have the information so as not to arouse the suspicion of the vault guards. You understand?
Sure, I understand, all right. But if you think I'm going to give any of that information away, then you're crazy.
And how?
Maybe this will help you see things my way, Batman.
Put that gun down, Jones.
Don't be ridiculous. This revolver is pointed at Robin, and at this distance, I can't possibly miss him. Now, Do you tell me what I want to know, Batman, or do I fire?
No, wait.
He's bluffing, Batman.
You should realize by now that I don't bluff. Now, I'll count to 3. If by the time I reach 3, you still haven't talked, Batman, it'll be the end of Robin. 1,
Don't tell him, Batman.
2,
He's gonna finish us anyways.
3.
Wait, I'll tell you.
No,
I thought you would.
no, don't, Batman. Don't talk. You know he's gonna finish us anyhow. You heard him.
Well, I can't stand here and watch him shoot you, Robin.
Of course not. Now tell me, please.
All right. Here it is.
I've just come from the Daily Planet radio station, Lois. It's all set.
What's all set, Clark?
The broadcast of the recording of Mr. Jones's voice. You know, the one I recorded in Batman's study?
Oh, yes. The station has agreed to run it?
That's right. They'll broadcast it once every hour with the announcement that anyone who identifies the voice will be paid $10,000.
$10,000?
Yep.
But why, Clark?
Well, as I told you the other day, I'm sure this man Jones is responsible for Batman and Robin's disappearance, and I'm sure that Jones is not his real name.
But how can you be sure?
Because I've heard this voice before somewhere, Lois, in public, I think, and it doesn't belong to anyone named Jones.
I see, but how can you,
I figure someone who will hear the recording of his voice will be able to identify him.
with a chance to win $10,000, practically everyone within reach of the planet wavelength will listen.
That's what we hope.
But we're only a local station, Clark. Suppose Jones, or whatever his name is, hangs out, we'll say 1,000 miles away and is known only out there.
Taking care of that. This morning, I personally delivered copies of the recording to 500 radio stations in every part of the country. So you see, there's nothing to worry.
You personally delivered recordings all over the country this morning?
That's right.
Well, how could you?
How could I what? Oh, well, I mean,
You mean you sent them out? Airmail?
well, not exactly, but,
Clark, what are you stuttering about?
oh, I don't know. I guess I'm just nervous, Lois, about Batman and Robin. I mean, I'm sure they're in great danger.
Yes, I'm worried too, Clark. Fantastic as it sounds, I'm beginning to believe you were right, and that it wasn't Batman who made those un-American speeches.
Oh, I'm positive it wasn't. If only. Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
10:15, time for the planet announcement. Brought this portable radio down so we can hear it.
Oh, well, turn it on.
I am. There, listen.
Now, we're going to play a recording of the voice. It's the voice of a man, and if anyone can properly identify it, he or she will be paid $10,000.
Quiet, Lois.
Huh? I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Here it is. Listen closely, please.
Strange or not, I insist that you come to my place with me now to discuss the matter.
That's Jones, isn't it, Clark?
yes.
Not a cock and bull story.
What is he talking about? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, we cut out Batman's voice so as not to confuse anyone.
Oh, I see.
That's sheer nonsense, as you'll find out. We're wasting time. I insist that you come away with me at once.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Can you identify that voice? Well, there's $10,000 waiting for you if you can.
That's all there is. Now, if only someone can identify it, Lois, before it's too late. It's our only chance to save Batman and Robin.
Will somebody identify the voice of the mysterious Mr. Jones before it is too late? We'll be back in a moment with the tense climax of today's episode, so keep listening.
This production is brought to you by Bristol Eastern Theater Arts. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for updates on upcoming events.
And now, back to the adventures of Superman. It is the middle of the afternoon, and in his office in the Daily Planet with Lois Lane, Clark Kent paces the floor anxiously.
For heaven's sake, sit down, Clark. You're wearing a path in the carpet.
Oh, hang the carpet. That recording has been on air for over 5 hours now, Lois, but no one has called up to identify Jones's voice.
But it takes time.
Time is one thing we haven't got.
Well, I know.
For all we know, it might already be too late to save Batman and Robin.
Oh, now, look here.
And another thing I counted on hasn't worked out either.
What's that?
Well, I've learned that Batman's impersonators appeared at the bank the other day, forged Batman's signature, and drew out all of his cash.
He did?
Yes, I happen to know that most of Batman's fortunes is in his securities. I don't know where he keeps them, but I left word at all the banks if anyone. Oh, just a minute, Lois. Clark Kent speaking. Who? Oh yes, Mr. Anders. What? He did? When?
What is it, Clark?
He's there now, you say?
What is it?
We'll hold him. Stall him somehow. I'll be there at once. So long.
Clark, what is it?
Bruce, Batman's impersonator, is at the Metropolis Trust Company right now, in their safety deposit vaults.
He is?
Yes, I'm going right out there. Keep your fingers crossed that I'm in time, Lois.
Rushing from his office to the deserted storeroom, Clark Kent swiftly strips off his business suit to reveal the blue costume and brilliant red cape of Superman.
Up, and away!
Then he streaks away through the bright afternoon sky, bound for the Metropolis Trust Company. Will he arrive in time to seize Batman's impersonator and perhaps Mr. Jones too? There is a thrill a minute in next Friday's exciting episode, fellows and girls, so be sure to listen. Tune in, same time, same station, for Chapter 8 of Batman's Great Mystery on the Adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC Comics magazine. It is brought to you every Friday in January and February at this same time.